Hey guys, what's going on? F5 My Pawn here, and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we managed to push through the lines after abandoning 2 Earth Elementals, and we managed to get to the point where we could effectively grow ourselves to significant power. Or at the very least, we basically escaped the tower, and we are now waking up in the tavern. For this stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be exploring the tavern just a little bit, because this is where we're hanging around, and hopefully, by the time we're out of the tavern and grinding up levels, we will get swole. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. As you can see, I've been doing a save on the offhand because I was very interested to see what the DLC had to offer, and hopefully I could, transfer some of that detail into the game. But I don't think it's going to be mattering too much, but maybe in the future we'll see a very familiar face. But I digress. Right now, we are currently adorned with quite a few things. I guess we can take Inspire Rage off here for now. We'll turn that off. We don't need this on. Fighting defensively is going to be a core implement that we are going to be relying on. And I do believe there is a few other things that we can reliably use, but for now, we don't need to worry about it. Armor-wise, I guess we can give something to everybody else, but I think selling is going to be ideal here, given the circumstances. We do have some items that we can utilize immediately. So there is some benefit to grabbing this, and I might as well use it while I can. So, we are given +2 damage against swarms if we wear this, so that's good. We can wear this. This will give us a +1 to protection. This will give us a +1 to natural armor if we use it, mind you. There is these gloves, which give a morale bonus to attack rolls, which is going to help us, I do believe, but it does not stack with heroism. We can get morale bonus on damage rolls against demons if we use these, but I don't think we need that. We can give ourselves a +5 to max HP. And the rest is pretty much subpar. For now, we're just going to be rocking this. This will have to be what we go with. And hopefully we can get some more stuff in the future. Alright. But yes, starting to challenge off, once we're in this tavern, we can only go solo, as far as I'm aware. We can utilize the companions, but it's specifically only to if they have a quest with us. So if we do not have any need of them, we're ideally going to leave them here at the tavern. So we're going to make sure we just avoid any encounters of that nature by just playing it cautious here. All the same, we'll grab what we can and go from there. In fact, there's actually one more thing that I want to do. I'm going to put this guy here, because having a companion active will give us a bonus to our skill checks, I do believe. Yeah, this gives us a bonus to World, Arcana, Nature, and Religion, which is pretty good. Now, one thing I will be doing, because I did say I was going to do this, is I'm going to go into the mod manager, and we are going to go to level up here, specifically. Well, maybe not level up, but the party specifically. Alright, Stein is going to remain at class. Let's see. Let's go to all. We are going to... I think the idea was to respec. Hold on. Let's see. Winnedug, we don't worry about. Lon. I think we were... Yeah, so we need to open up class and then reduce their levels down to 1. There we go. Done and done. Alright, that's them sorted out. So, they can't be as strong as level 1. That is intended. Of course, I can't really alter their experience, but that's fine. We just want them at level 1, and we're going to leave them as level 1, essentially. Or I think that's how it's going to work here. Yeah, they are level 1. They're just not treated as level 1, apparently. Which is weird. Hold on. Yeah, character level 1. Let's put their experience at 0. No level in Angel Fire. Okay, that should do Sela. Alright, now we move down to here. Character level 1. Experience 0. 1 level in Spirit Hunter. There we go. Lon. We'll just mark it down to 0, like expected. 1 in Zen Archer. There we go. And Winnedug, just because we can, we're just going to reduce her down to level 1. And that is everybody but Stein, I do believe. Yep. Alright, there we go. Alright, so everybody is now level 1. They are not going to be getting any benefits beyond what I've given them thus far, so... yeah. BAB is still apparently 3. I'm not sure why, but we'll leave that alone. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Alright, let's save here. I'm satisfied with these changes, and we are going to... I assume it's going to update when we get into an area with them, but I digress. Okay, I'm just going to speed through these dialogues for the most part, because I don't really want to go through them, but if the character, if it's of any importance, I am going to stick around and narrate, but, I mean, if you want to see, like, a full narration, then you can go to my other series, which plays through a lich. There isn't really any difference to what's going to be talked about here, but yeah. The difference is I'm probably going to see through some different dialogues here, but other than that, nothing is going to really change. Okay. But yeah, no, by going through these conversations, we can get just a tiny bit extra of experience. But other than that, we should be fine. Alright, Eagle Watch Crusaders. We got Hilor here. Hilor is a bit of an interesting case, as you can probably imagine. But he helps us retrain if we ever need it. Okay. Alright, there we go. We can talk with our companions if we really want to. There is really no harm in doing so, so we might as well. I'm just going to speed through their dialogues, but yeah. If you guys have yeah. But yeah, no, we're basically just going to go through everything. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, but yeah. Our whole goal here is to get as high level as possible. I did dabble on the thought last stream of increasing my level. What I probably would have done is increase my level in a less, you know, combative class to aid us in certain aspects. But I've decided against it in favor of just waiting until we get enough experience for level 5. So, yeah. We got some things that we're going for, some things we're not. But ultimately, it just comes down to how much experience we're willing to muster here. Okay. So we've got a few choices here. Okay, well, we're loading, but that's, you know, ideal given the circumstances. We need to milk the experience as we can. I do believe I need to check to make sure the options on sharing experience is off, given we are still in the area of a abode of sorts. And it seems like the experience did split with the one companion I had. See, difficulty. Only active companions receive experience, yep. Only skill users receive skill check experience, yep. Crusade, auto mode, nope. Management difficulty, standard. Yeah, increased number of enemies, moderately stronger enemies. Yep, I think we got everything. I'm just gonna have to speed through these dialogues, basically. Alright, that's a load. It's basically a 50-50 on that. Although, I guess I could just speed through the dialogue and go through the second part and save ourselves the trouble. But yeah, we do need to milk these sorts of conversations. Okay, load. But yeah. Hit or miss, I guess. Do I have anything else to increase my statistics here? Not really. Not anything ability-wise, anyways. Not yet. There we go. But yeah, no, by talking with her and getting a proper conversation out of her, we can get a nice little item called the Claw of Jitska, which is basically a finesse-wielding flaming short sword, which is good early game if you're planning to use Rogue with a short sword proficiency. But given that we're going claw build, not really that useful, but I digress. Okay. Okay, there we go. Just gonna go through all this dialogue here. It's annoying that I have to do this, but it's necessary if you want to get some experience, but yeah. Okay, there we go. We've got some people that we can rely on, and in fact, there is one particular person that I do want to talk with, and that is Vasility Rathamus. But yeah, no, this guy is going to effectively be our merchant for the majority of the... Well, not the majority of the campaign, but he is going to help us with some certain things. A core thing that he'll have is the cold resistance boost with the Icy Protector. If the wearer also has the Ice Plant Hex, which is one level in which we could potentially get, we can get a +2 natural armor bonus to AC, which is pretty good. Again, we're not going to be going with that route. It's just something worth noting. These bracers grant their wearer an armor bonus of +2, just as though they were wearing armor, and +3 competence to Knowledge Arcana. Pretty tempting. Not necessary right now, but still, it's worth it. We are going to sell a bunch of stuff. Given that we don't use any weapons, we're just going to sell the whole lot here. We will probably need a ranged weapon to initiate certain combats, but I think the majority of our attacks are going to be, you know, charging anyways. So, not necessarily required, but it is an option, to say the least. I'm going to keep the enchanted gear for now, unless I absolutely need to sell it. We do not need the Righteous Exorcist bracers, given our gear is going to be not focused in it. Flow of Water, we're not going to need that, so we'll sell both of those. The rest we're going to keep because scrolls are always going to be handy. You never know when it's going to be useful, so you might as well keep it. We will bulk sell the rest that is, you know, miscellaneous. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. We are now down to a relative balance here. It's not a lot, but it will have to do. We are significantly in weight. Yeah, we've got a heavyweight category currently, so we're probably going to need to sell some stuff, actually. I'm probably going to get rid of the Crypt Raider armor, actually, because, I mean, it's... We use Dexterity and Mage armor for our armor, so we don't need that. We don't need the Claw of Jitska here, in all honesty, so we'll sell that. We can also sell the Marching Terror. We are going to keep Radiance, because that is a specialty item. The rest we are going to keep. Let's see, what else can we grab real quick? We've got first aid kits, which are always going to be handy. This is going to help us get rid of diseases, so we're going to get at least 12. For scrolls, it's pretty obvious. Cure Light Wounds is always going to be nice, so we're going to grab a bunch of those. We don't need the Moderate or Serious just yet. We will save those for a rainy day. We could get some meta magic here, but I don't think we'll need that just yet. Let's see. Given that we are going it solo, we don't need communal types of resistances and all that. So that is going to be perfectly fine for us. We can grab some Scrolls of Resist Acid normal versions, as opposed to the communal. Freedom of Movement is always going to be nice, so we'll grab a... We'll grab a Scroll of Freedom of Movement, we'll grab a Scroll of Resist Acid, one of Death Ward. Let's go price in ascending order. Scrolls of Bless. Having Bless is going to be a godsend for us. Although, we could do the same exact thing with Heroism, so... I think I'm gonna save for Heroism as opposed to that. We could also use a Wand of Bless alternatively, which has 9 charges in one wand, which is gonna be cheaper long term. Let's see. We're gonna grab the Acid, Resist Electricity. Yeah, let's put the acid back. We'll get one of fire. There we go. Restoration Lesser is actually going to be a really good thing. That's 2. We want to at least have 6 on hand for now. That'll be a good start. Delayed Poison, if we can get it for ourselves, that would be good. That is going to help us with poison-based attacks, which some demons have. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Having a bark skin would be ideal, so we'll grab one of those. We are going to need a scroll that will help us with... Well, we should be fine for now. Let's see, what else can we grab? We can grab some remove blindness, remove disease. Blindness and disease are not right now a concern, I don't believe, but we will have to address that in due time. Restoration's not going to cut it. I think that's basically everything that we want to cover right now. No need to go too overboard here. Yeah, I think that's everything that we want. Remove paralysis. If we're paralyzed, we're basically dead anyways, so we're not going to touch that. But if we do get paralyzed, then it's game over anyways. Scroll of Blessed Weapon. That is actually going to be ideal. Let's see. The weapon in your primary hand is treated as a magic weapon for overcoming DR. Given that we're level 3, we actually don't need that because we are technically treated as having magical weapons. Veil of Positive Energy. This is good to give us a sacred bonus on AC and saves. Yeah, let's grab the Veil of Positive Energy. That's actually a really good spell for us. Remove Fear. Having one is never a bad thing, so we'll grab one of those. Protection from Evil. I mean, it's basically the next best thing to... Well, actually, it's a better version of, Yeah, no, we're gonna grab all those, actually. We'll grab all the Remove Fears, because why not as well. There we go. That is going to be our allotment of materials. Do we need to sell anything? I don't think we do, not yet anyways. The rest we're probably going to be using as we go, but I digress. Okay. Now, I do believe I have some business with Horgus Worm here, so I'm going to save here and talk with him real quick. There we go. We failed a perception check, but that's fine. Alright, well, it's a hard deal that we'll have to make, but, Alright, that's a load then. It's gonna be a 10% chance to negotiate up the deal, but, if we can... We are going to make this diplomacy check. It is a 10% chance, but if we do it, then we get a bunch of experience for it, so... Damn it. Okay. But yeah, we're going to keep rolling to die until we get a successful diplomacy check. Because if we can roll that high check successfully, that's going to only help us in the future. Alright. But yeah, no, by doing this, we'll get a ton more gold on top of the gold that we've already procured just so far. And this will help us in the long term. But I guess we'll see how things pan out. And hopefully we can get a high roll here, because I don't want to be going through this all in all. I think the first roll doesn't actually matter in regards to getting us experience. But it does matter. There we go. Alright, so it is a small chance, but we can get some serious experience as a result. So it's not a bad thing that we did that. We are going to save here again, just so we don't have to re-roll that. Results. Cade and Killian, nice. Taxian Wine Cellar is going to get us some good stuff. Alright, now for trade here. He's got a bundle of potions that we can muster. He's got a few other items, but nothing too crazy that would help us here. If you were relying heavily on cantrips, the Gloves of the Neophyte is a good purchase early on, because it does increase your damage by 1, and if you're going to be playing a rogue that relies on sneak attack, that 1 damage might help, but again, it really just depends on you. We can buy a ton of potions here, if we so desire. I think out of everything, we are going to need Blur and Displacement. Displacement more so. We could also get Dark Veil here, which will give total concealment against ranged attacks, which is pretty good, because there are going to be some enemies that are going to constantly harass us like that. We can also invest in Magic Fang, which is going to be a very good spell for us. Even just 1 potion of it is pretty good. Magic Fang essentially just gives us a enchantment bonus. The Magic Fang Greater gives us essentially a +2, I think it is? Yeah, it gives us a +1 per 4 cast levels. Okay, so this is actually pretty bad. Cast level 5. Yeah. +1 per 4 cast levels, maximum 5. So, Greater Magic Fang is actually just a Magic Fang, essentially. We're going to buy all the Magic Fangs or potions, because that's going to help us in the long term. We could grab some Holy Water if we wish. We're going to go price in ascending order for this. Here we go. We can buy some Alchemist Fires, Acid Flasks, but I do believe we have a surplus already. That is not the case. So I'm just going to buy a bunch of Acid, because that is going to help us in the long term. Let's see, what else do we need? Potions of Healing, not really that big a concern. I'm not going to grab it for obvious reasons. Reduced Persian, always going to be handy for us, because the AC is always nice. Plus, it'll give us bonuses to hit, so it's only going to help us more. Blur. Blur is a good ability, but again, Displacement is stronger. I will grab it, though, because Blur is going to be the alternative to Displacement, because Displacement only lasts for 5 rounds. So naturally, you want something that's going to be pretty good. We're going to grab a Potion of Invisibility, I suppose, as well, because that will help us quite significantly. Everything else, well, I'll grab 2 Potions of Displacement just in case. Heroism, we're going to buy all those, because that is just +2 on all checks for 50 minutes. So, yeah. Now we've got to decide. Magical Vestment, Armor, and Shield. Given that we are going to be using a Magical Shield for a while, assuming we even keep it, I'm not sure. If I get the Shield spell, I won't need to worry too much about this, but it is something worth noting. For now, I don't need it. I'll probably get something else, but for now, that is going to be the purchases. We are going to be heavyweight, but that's fine. We will just have to make do. Alright, there we go. Now let's grab what we can here.
We do it my
see
way.
What's going on. Grab this. Let's save. Chili Creek. Alright.
Follow if you dare.
Fort Autumn Gaze. Damn. Okay, so I failed that. But whatever. Alright, so, I failed that in particular, but whatever. Although it is a difficulty 30, so maybe I load here again. I did save prematurely, so I do have that advantage. So I guess why not? There's no harm in it, right? Might as well. Okay. Alright, there we go.
I'm gone.
Now we got a save here with Fort Autumn Haze. Okay, that's a knowledge 30, no less. Jeez. Can I even beat a knowledge 30? I don't think I can. Not unless I nat 20. It is knowledge world to keep in mind, so I have to keep that, I have to be aware of that. Yeah, it's a knowledge 30. We don't have the means to go for it, so... whatever. I'll just fail it for this particular instance. Alright. So that is unfortunately one of the checks that we're not going to make, obviously, because we don't have high enough a skill. But that's fine. We'll now go to the basement, because there is more stuff down here that we can grab. Most of it's just, you know, loot that we can grab here. Nothing too crazy. And hello. Very chaotic of an individual. Alright, I do believe there was a specific way that this password goes. I just forget it. I do know it's a specific way. What was it? And there's this. I think it was this. Nope. Button will budge. Alright.
We do it my way.
There we go. Took a bit of finagling, but we managed in the end. And it gets us to this little area, which gives us a few little items. Nothing too crazy. But the biggest items are in here, which is going to give us magic missile, shield, mage armor, restoration lesser, some elemental essence, but the biggest haul is going to be the enhancement bonus to charisma. Naturally, we do not need the enhancement bonus to charisma ourselves, but still something. I'm gonna save here. Alright.
Hey, Chief. Hey, Dreamboat, come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
The young tiefling sits cross-legged on the floor. He looks relatively calm for someone in shackles, but his tail whips back and forth in agitation. Noticing your attention, the tiefling sits up and beckons you over.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Who are you?
Woljif, Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
What do you want from me?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
Alright, why are you in chains?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
He was caught thieving.
Your shadow. What was that?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
Well, I can't help you while you're chained up. How can I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
Alright, I'll talk with Irabeth about your situation.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
Alright. But yeah, just a
Follow
little
if you
sub-quest
dare.
that gets us a new companion. Might as well grab Woljif while we're here. The more quests that we have, the better for us in the long term, so... yeah, we're gonna get a lot of experience for this. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. There's a tiefling chained up in the Defender's Heart. What can you tell me about him? He's a petty thief from ground of king tieflings, yeah. Okay.
I'm off.
Basically, she's putting him on bail, but we have to watch over him. That's sort of the gimmick there. But that's fine. I kind of expected that sort of situation to play out, so, you know, we'll grab what we can.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I talked with Irabeth, and I decided to make you part of my troop. We'll see how it goes.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can ya? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that big sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following? Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, no, out of everything, Woljif's questline is going to help facilitate us the levels that we need. Or at the very least, it will help skyrocket us one level. As for how far we can get with that level, I have no idea, but we will see. Now, assuming the game... there we go. But yeah, no, I've been thinking about how I'm going to advance, you know, going through the game. I am obviously going to need an animal companion to carry stuff. That is just unavoidable, but we'll have to see. Oh, there we go.
I do what I must.
Talk to Sister Kesmeri, yeah. So, we've already got some companion quests already set up. A few already quests, you know, going through. Got a lot of stuff to do. Needless to say, we got a lot to cover, but for now. We've already done that. We do have some companion quests with Camilla. Nothing too crazy. We've got a trader here, Geron Varn. Okay, show me your wares. Okay, so here we have a few interesting items. Nothing too crazy given the circumstances. We are probably going to need some of these items for the future, but we'll have to see. We're going to sell everything. We don't need everything here. We'll keep that, because we could always use it. We'll bulk sell here, just so we get rid of some, shed some weight. There we go. But yeah, no, there's going to be a few items here and there that we might grab. We might need a ranged weapon in the future, but I'm honestly not going to be too hard-pressed on these sorts of things, so it's not going to be a pressing matter to grab certain items here and there. Things that will help us is probably actually going to be things that are... Things that will help us is returning damage. So if enemies attack us, we actually avoid damage. Or things like this helmet, which gives us damage reduction 3 against melee. We will suffer a -3 to perception, but that's a small price to pay for, you know, boons that we get. But I digress. There doesn't appear to be anything of too much importance here, so we're just going to vibe with that. We're just going to do a quick once-over the area, just to make sure we got some, you know, interesting stuff here, there. As for the boost to Charisma, we're actually going to give this to somebody, I think. We're going to give this to Sela for now, because I can't really think of anywhere else for it to go. Because we are going to need them for, like, certain things. I mean, they're mostly going to be heal shuttles at that point, but I digress. We can still try and make use of them to some extent.
Follow if
We'll use what we can when we can, essentially. Bunch of survivors. Eagle Watch. Okay, we got some loot here. Nothing too crazy. Just, you know, knickknacks here and there. Alright. Grab this. I do believe there's something up here, if I recall correctly.
I'm off.
Okay, we'll grab this loot here. Nice. Okay, nothing there. Okay, we are a little overweight, but, I mean, we can't really help that. But hey, that's fine. So, for future planning, there is something I do want to grab, but we are going to need to get a feat for it. We are going to need to grab the feat dodge, because there is a specific line of feats that I do want to grab for the future. It's just going to take some... It's just going to take some feat investment, because it will matter for our defenses, and it will help us a lot along the way. Because as you see, we've got fighting defensively already, and we're already getting a +3 from it. But there is a feat line that we can rely on, because, well, assuming we have the right perks, that is. Let me check just to be sure. Do we have what I'm looking for? Hold on. Alright. Abilities, we're looking for, maybe not traits, feats. We have it. Okay, I don't think we have the feat that I'm looking for. Hold on. Yeah, I guess I don't have the feat. That's my mistake. Okay. We are going to want to cure this demon plague, though, so I am going to try and do that. So we're going to save here and quickly go and cure. Okay, we are going to use a Tree Affliction here. There we go. Got rid of demon plague. Alright. The only person we are going to be bringing along is our tiefling here. Woljif here. And he's going to help us with a small certain chain of quests, which are going to help us get some experience. So, yeah. Oh, we need to talk to Staunton. Let's do that first before we go then. Because that might be worth it. But yeah, no, we'll talk with Staunton, and we'll go from there. To the tavern. Hello, Staunton. Alright, well,
We do it my way.
Staunton's a bit of a grim, situation. We're not gonna press too much into that. But if you have seen my previous Pathfinder Wrath of Righteous series, you know what's going on there. It's not a fun story, but that's just how it goes. Sometimes things happen. But yeah, no, we're gonna bring Woljif for this particular instance. And then once we're done with Woljif, we will, probably move our way onto somewhere else. But, Market Square is going to be next, but for now, we just want to go to the Tiefling hideout. It's going to take us a few hours to get there. We failed to sneak past the enemies, that's fine. It just means that we've got to do some fighting of our own.
This will be quick.
Alright, let's see. Let's see who we have to deal with. It's just the Alchemist. Okay, we are just gonna send Woljif running this direction, casually. Alright, what are you gonna do? You're going to attack. Ow. 18 damage immediately. Not a fun experience. Wait, you... Right. Shifter Claws, there we go. Now I can charge. Okay, what are you gonna do, Alchemist? You're going to provoke. Ow.
Could this happen?
Okay, that's a load. Well, it was bound to happen. Oh well. I'm kind of used to these sorts of things, of having bad luck with these sorts of encounters. I mean, we could grind the experience off of random encounters, but right now, we don't have the survivability to handle that sort of thing. Never mind the fact that alchemists are basically going to be our bane, next to a few other things. But I digress. Okay, we failed to sneak past this one as well. That's gonna be fun.
This will be quick.
Okay, this time we actually got a warrior here. A Baphomet cultist. We can actually handle that. Let's go for the charge here. That's a miss. Alright. Run the heck away, Woljif. You're not going to be part of this combat. Ow! Okay, this is already looking pretty grim, given our circumstances. How is our AC? Okay, so, oh, so our buffs are completely gone now, huh? That's not good. Yeah, that brings us down to an 8 AC, doesn't it? That's not fun. Okay, let's load then. We're gonna try again. And just keep the rinse and repeat going. We might as well, right? Okay. Hopefully this time we can avoid an encounter. But I guess we'll see, won't we? Okay, we'll save here. Seriously, they're still attacking us, jeez. Not a fun experience to be encountering this many enemies.
Can we retreat already?
Okay, that's yet another, Okay, this guy's flat-footed, this guy is flat-footed. Okay, let's see. What does it take to drink a potion? It takes a move action, so we are going to need a potion to, well... yeah, no, a potion of mage armor here. Swap that out. This will give us mage armor. This will boost up our AC. This will give us the dexterity that we need. There we go. Woljif is not looking too hot. We're just gonna back him up because we don't want him to attack, period. Alright. Let's see. AC 17 between them both. We've got a plus 12 to hit now.
Don't hold back!
There we go. This will certainly help. Alright, they're gonna just focus on us. But thankfully, we can now just start attacking them and we'll be fine. Okay, you're gonna keep going. Thankfully, the misses are coming in clutch. And now, because of fighting defensively, we're actually... Yeah, no, we're actually doing well on AC. We've got 18 to AC when we're alone. And we get 54 experience for that. Well, so that's 100 experience. It's not a lot, all things considering. Which kind of sucks, but, you know, we're making do with what we got. Okay. Thankfully, due to that, we can now continue on. Hopefully without, you know, another encounter running in and causing us trouble. But we'll see. Okay, we're almost there, and boom. Let's enter the Tiefling hideout. And let's go see what's going on. Okay, we are going to save. I'd say that's a satisfactory situation. Not ideal, but given the circumstances, YOLO. The basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. The tall woman, who had been clearing her fingernails with the tip of her knife, greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Woljif, you got my message then. Sorry, I couldn't swing so high sooner, dear Kismary. It was just one thing out of another. First I was in shackles, next... Well, no. I was still in shackles. And I was being watched. And then the chief got me out. And I came here straight away. I knew you'd been waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So, we had a clear plan. We were going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guards, there was time to get away. But what happened? Here Beth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us. I have a good idea who it was. What do you say to that? Make it quick. You think Woljif knows the name of the traitor? Gizmiri turns to you. He speaks. I thought Woljif only brought you so he'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. Yes, he knows the name of the traitor. Every gang that Brother Woljif has been a part of has very quickly come to an end. Their hideout location was passed to guards, or their competitors found out where they could have ambushed them. Woljif is the only one who always comes out smelling of roses. If you think about it, you'll come to the same conclusion as us. Well, the burden of proof lies on the accuser. Woljif doesn't have to prove anything. In a single fluid motion, Gizmiri adjusts her grip on her knife, so that she is now holding it by the blade, as if preparing to throw it. Burden of proof. You a city guard or something? I don't know how it is with you lot, but in the family, the highest rank is always right. And here, that's me. And yes, yet Canabras is burning. Why are you squabbling here instead of fleeing the city? I'd be glad to leave, just like the rest of my brothers and sisters. But in the family, there's nothing worse than betrayal. It is something we do not forgive. We don't forgive anyone who lets traitors off the hook either. If I don't find the rats my superiors, let's just say, I wish I was burning in Canabras. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take the chance. Until I find out who the traitor is here, no one is leaving. Alright then, Woljif, tell us your side of the story. What happened? What's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Kesmiri got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 over there, I mean. Woljif jerks his head towards the 5 thieflings kneeling by the wall. She rounds us up and he says we got a score. Ancient trees and wonders. The one place nobody's ever been able to hit. The place that's guarded by a golem. But now, a powerful scroll that would knock out that golem just happened to come into our possession, along with a tip-off that the shop owner would be gone for a particular night. All 6 of us know a bit of magic, and we know that any enchanted junk will sell for a pretty penny. So we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us was to be hanging around the shop ahead of the job. No casting out the place, no calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. This job was top secret. That's true so far, go on. We did everything right. With the locks and the golem. I picked the lock, I remember it clear as day. Sister Dalna was on lookout, Brother Milorn had the scroll. Thafi, Tavi, and Veneer brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them into a sack, and one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled under the table after it, and next thing I know, Erebeth was there. Everyone scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail to put me in shackles. They took all my rings off me, about 20,000's worth. And to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So they caught you. Poor thing. Stripped you of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Gizmiri is pointedly polishing her knife. Where's the moon of the abyss, Brother Woljif? What's the moon of the abyss? It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of Ascended Trees and Wonders. Sterling silver, sparkled like a star, fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon. You know, a crescent, a waning moon, and in the middle there was a dark crystal like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Fellman was so proud of that amulet. He used to say, I'll never sell it. It's the jewel of my collection. I used to go there to see what kind of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Canabras. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have had the guards on you the second you tried to fence it. Everyone knew that you would always hang around the ancient trees and wonders, drooling over the moon of the abyss. You think you could swipe it in all the commotion and keep it for yourself? You hope that we'd be all locked up and you'd get off scot-free, with a fancy trinket to boot. Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Why would Irabeth arrest her own informant, then? Took the words right out of my mouth. Doesn't make any sense. If I was a rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fella, not an idiot. Why would I go around against a family? So, the fish in the Selin can have a nice Woljif-sized dinner. The moon of the abyss is a pretty bauble, to be sure. But it's just an amulet. It ain't worth dying over. You knew Irabeth's people would protect you. You knew you could pin the moon on going missing on them. And now you've come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. The only problem is, nobody's returned the amulet to Philemon. Are you giving Irabeth a cut? Is that it? Have you seen her? Do you think she's cut for anything I'd offer her? She can't be bought. She's like 3 Heralds Ialmade all rolled in one. Well, let's see where this conversation goes. Go on, Woljif. That's the whole story. Sorry story. Woljif crosses his arms, looking affronted. Some family this turned out to be. Just a name in the end. In a real family, people take each other at their word. They don't throw around accusation. I didn't take the moon of the abyss. What am I going to do with it? Or what am I going to do with it? You can't sell it to no crusaders. It's a special item. You can't wear it. It'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't that pretty. If it's that important to you, Sister Kesmeri, I'll find it. And I'll drag the traitor here by the horns, just so as you don't end up at the bottom of the cellar. But you know what you're gonna owe me for that? An apology. Right here, in front of everyone. You're going to apologize loud and clear, so everyone hears it. You will say, sorry, Woljif, you're a good guy and I was wrong about you. Fine. You're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. If you run, Brother Woljif, the family will get you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and every meal. You'll look in the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if the families come for you. You'll have no peace. But one day, you'll be tired of running. You'll stop to catch your breath, and that's when we'll get you. Got that? You got away with words, Sister Kesmeri. A way that almost makes me wet myself. But in a way, nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat with the scary gal Irabeth. She knows you a little. We can ask her who'd rat us out. I'll let you do the talking. Fine. We'll go find the real traitor. And I'll get my apology. Onwards to Irabeth, Chief. Let's go clear my good name. Root out the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons. We'll do a quick grab of everything around here if we can. I'm going to save here just to be safe, because I don't want to risk going places I don't want to be at. There's a few things here and there, nothing too crazy, but the Lockpicker's Kit is going to be a fantastic item. We will not be able to go down there, so don't even bother, because she will give you a warning otherwise. Besides that, we do get some magical items. The Lockpicker's Kit, though, is going to be a good key one, because this is going to give us a +1 to trickery, so long as we wear
My
it.
skills are absolute.
So it's definitely worth your time to wear one of those if you're going solo, personally. It's not required, but it will help you.
I'm gone.
But regardless, we are going to head out. We're going to go back to Irabeth here. And hopefully we don't run into any dangers as we're going along, because, yeah, that's going to be annoying. Not a fan of, yeah, no, the constant attacks are not going to be fun either. I'm probably going to have to buy some potions of mage armor, or scrolls of mage armor
This
even.
will be quick.
We'll have to see. Needless to say, Got a lot of things that we're gonna have to do here. Alright, Woljif, we want you to back up all the way over here. Okay. It's time for these guys then. Okay, if I take a 5-foot step, if I drink a mage armor potion, I can get up to 22 AC, which probably not enough, I don't think. Let's see. They've got a +9 to hit, so I've got 18 AC. So they can get up to a 29. This is not going to be enough, so I'm better off just nuking them to high health of damage, I think. It will cost us some healing, but I'd say that's arguably a better payoff than buffing and losing it in like a few hours. So, yeah. I think I'm going to have to get rid of the cultist shield as well. There we go. Wait. Oh, the shield actually hampers me even further. Okay, so yeah, no, removing the shield was actually a good idea.
Strike!
Okay, so yeah, no, I needed to take off the shield. I think that was the go-to then. Okay, we're gonna 5-foot step over to here.
You should have run!
Damn. Double miss. Well, at least we're avoiding attacks, so that's good.
This will hurt!
There we go, that's one. Please avoid. Ow.
Don't hold back!
9, okay. Well, we're doing well, all things considering.
Strike!
There we go.
You should have run!
Alright. We're doing well. Oh god, okay.
This will hurt!
Okay, so yeah, no, going unarmed is actually better for us. Weirdly enough. Okay, now we're overweight, so we are going to need to drop some stuff here, temporarily. We'll drop those, because that will bring us down. Now, if we save here, we should be able to get out without too much trouble. Yep, we just take that. We are overweight, but we can get going. This will make us arguably slower, but honestly, until we get an animal companion, this is just going to be our life, so we'll live with these, you know, issues. We're going to enter, we're going to sell literally everything that we can, and then we'll just go sort everything out. But yeah, no, this obviously comes first, for obvious reasons. We need this to be done, so yeah, we can get, it's going to be a slow journey, no matter what we do, unfortunately. But that's fine. Okay. We're going to sell the glaives, the kukris, we're going to sell these. We don't need the shield, because clearly that's actually hampering us. Do we need anything else? Not really. I will just bolt sell here. There we go. But yeah, no, when we get the chance, we are definitely going to get an animal companion. Because animal companions are going to be our saving grace here for just carrying stuff.
I'm always ready.
I guess I never did... Yeah, no, animal companions are going to be helpful. We're not going to be... Well, I guess I can use them for combat. Why not? It'll be the one exception to my rule, because animal companions, bit more free form that we can use. But I digress. We're going to talk with Earbeth here. We're going to save here before we do. There we go. And Ancestries and Wonder Shop. Okay. How's our weight looking? We're in heavy weight. That is not ideal. Let's see. What else can we do here? I could sell some stuff that we don't need. Yeah, let's sell some, miscellaneous. Okay, let's go over into our hot stuff here. Let's see. Okay, Divine Favor will keep. We're not going to be using Doom, I don't think. Actually, maybe. Difficulty class 11. If they fail, they suffer Shaken, which is a -2 to everything, which is pretty good. It's basically... It helps. Fire Belly, it's not that great. Yeah, we get more from Resist Flame. We'll sell that. Do we need Haze of Dreams? Not really. Let's see. Haze of Dreams is not worth it. We've got a few Mage Armors, we've got Magic Missile, Protection from Evil. Protection from Good, we are not going to be running into good enemies that much, so kind of useless. Ray of Sickening. That gives the Sickened condition, which is basically another -2 to stats, so I guess if we were to use it, we could. Bane is not worth it. It's just a -1. Remove Sickness is always nice. We'll keep those for a rainy day. Unbreakable Heart. Given the low duration count, we're going to get rid of it. Cure Light Wounds. Alright, Feather Step we could use, but we'll use that when we get into the town square, most likely. Okay, Delay Poison, yep. Inflict Moderate Wounds, yep. Most everything else is just a keeper, I think. But we will need more Mage Armor, so we're going to buy all those. Done. But yeah, no, we need as many Mage Armors as we can muster, so... Well, at least until we get to, at least until we get out of here. Because, we're gonna be... Until we hit level 5, we won't have a renewable source of Mage Armor. But once we do have that renewable source, then we will, go through the effort of getting it. Or rather, we will, not need to get it, so we can just sell everything that we have. Healing. We should probably do that real quick before we go. Apparently I have, more armor because of, that. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess it's because of, the AC bonus to Wisdom that it's, giving us. Because, Oh, no, wait. Hold on. AC of 18. If we get rid of... Let's assume we get rid of 6. That'll bring us down to 15. Yeah, no, I think the shield actually gets rid of the... Oh yeah, no, the AC bonus is halved when you're wearing certain armors. So that 3 would have become a 1, and the dexterity bonus would have been brought down to a 2. So at most, we would have gotten an 18. So the shield actually was hampering us. I just didn't realize it. Okay, so that would explain a lot. Okay. We're going to start by using potions, because potions are, you know, going to be our saving grace here. Gonna save here. There we go. Alright, we're gonna leave with Woljif, obviously. Alright, we are going to save here. Alright, off to Ancient Trees and Wonders. There we go. Hopefully we don't run into a fight. Thankfully we don't, but that's good. Alright. Let's explore around. Stein is obviously going to be the one that's going to be doing all the searching, so...
Please get me out of here!
Ask nicely.
I am never wrong.
I can hear your footsteps. Pull me out! Hello?
Oh, it seems like somebody's there.
Anyone there?
Oh,
We
persuasion
do
check
it my
failed.
way.
Get me out of here.
Persuasion failed, or perception failed, rather.
Hello?
Might be
Is
trap,
anyone there?
might be treasure.
Does he get more experience? I don't know. We'll load, just so we're, you know, making sure we're getting there, but I digress. Every little tidbit of experience is going to be yoinked, to say the least. Alright. We're gonna save in here, and hopefully we can re-roll all our checks as we go.
We should move.
Alright, we're gonna save. And let's go.
There's something here.
Here we go. We've managed to find a gold ring. Nice. We're gonna save.
Interesting.
Here we go. Another perception.
I can hear your footsteps. Pull me out.
Let's save, just so we're getting through.
I'm gone.
Hello? Is anyone there? I can hear your footsteps. Pull me out. Hello?
Ooh, we got
We do
a
it my
pipe
way.
fox. That should be handy.
Hello? Is anyone there? Please? Get me out of here.
Okay, let's save here. Let's do that.
Free at last. I thought I'd be flattened like a pancake under that rubble. Much obliged. Damn, I'm not in any pain, but my head is so foggy for some reason. What's with all the hubbub in the city? The name's Finian. I'm a Pathfinder. If there's anything I can do to help, I will.
The city is under attack by demons.
Wait, what? The last thing I saw was some thieves breaking in here. And then the guards came, everyone was running around. After that, it's a bit of a blur. Right when things got intense, they dropped the cabinet on me. I couldn't even help the owner. I was just lying under the shelves like a dimwit until you came along. If there are demons in Canabras, we must do something about it. The city needs every blade it can get. Hey, do you mind taking me with you? I don't think I can handle this alone. And besides, the more the merrier.
How did you end up in this shop?
I've been waiting here so long, I don't even remember anymore. Just sitting and waiting for any word from the Pathfinders, but it looks like everyone has forgotten about me. The shop owner is an old friend of the Pathfinders, so I've taken up residence here.
You're a Pathfinder.
That's right, Finian Dismar, Pathfinder and Crusader. I roam around the world wound wherever my tasks lead me. Scouting mostly, but this last while I've just been hanging around in Canabras, waiting until I'm needed again. I'm bored out of my mind, but at least this shop makes for better lodging than some inn.
What I meant was, what are you?
What's that supposed to mean? I just told you. You want to know where I hail from, is that it? Well, I'm from around here, actually. We Kelets of the Star Eye clan fled when the World Wound troubles began. But I couldn't stand by while the demons wreaked havoc, so I came back. Or did you mean to ask about my weapon of choice? My best weapon is every weapon. I'm a skilled and capable fellow, if I do say so myself. I can swing a sword and poke with a spear, but what I am best at is communing with the spirits. They call folks like me phantom blades.
A phantom blade? What's that?
It's like a spiritualist, but with a twist. It means that some spirit took a liking to me at some point, and it can turn into whatever weapon I need. Handy, eh? I don't need any whetstones or enchantments. Doesn't take up space either. Although, to be fair, it's not a barrel of laughs. The spirits that bestow this kind of power don't come from happy places, and they're not exactly bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They usually appear after great battles that leave few survivors.
Alright, well, I don't see a reason why I can't take you with me.
I swear you won't regret it. I can do all sorts of things. Is there anything your party is missing? A sword, a spear, a bow? Just say the word.
Alright, so, Finian. He is probably going to be our quote-unquote only party member that we are going to have in our group. And he's probably going to be playing the role of a heavy crossbow for our character. Although, who knows what we're going to use him for. He's going to be good because he's a cold iron ghost touch enchanted weapon. So it's going to be a good replacement for our offhand, given that if we do need range, we can use it. But, again, it's not too hard-pressed of a situation, so we'll just go as we go. But yeah, no, so far, nothing appears to be out of the ordinary here. We did find Woljif, his ring, which was under here. But now the only thing left is this, so yeah. Alright, I guess we're checking this out. The formerly well-appointed shop owner now looks for a story staked. It has been completely ransacked. Lying in a corner next to the scorched wall is the soot-covered shards of a clay golem's head. The golem's eyes glow in the gloom. Master. Code word. Hand of Iori? Code word correct. The golem's eyes grow brighter, awaiting orders. Where did you come from? Who created you? This golem was created by Griffin and Son. Address, third building on the right, Jeweler's Alley, Nerosian Mendev, model G504 ENE, which stands for Experimental and Enhanced. For all inquiries, contact Mr. Gaffrin. Tell me about any suspicious people who came to the shop in the last week. The golem is silent for a moment. 56 individuals entered the shop. Human, female, old. No male, old. Human, female. He'll be reeling off customers till nightfall. Will you mask him in a different way? Were any of these people suspicious as tieflings? The golem is silent for a while. Tieflings. 3. Tiefling male, middle-aged. Tiefling male, young. Tiefling female, young. Describe the young male tiefling. Tiefling male, medium height, short horns curling backwards, medium length tail, eye color yellow, hair color black. Special observations: annoyed master. Horns, tail, hair. That sounds like me. It's not possible. I know what security's like here. I didn't come near the place. I give you my word, Chief. No special observations. Subject was unremarkable. There, see? Can't have been me. Describe the middle-aged tiefling. Tiefling, male, medium height, long horns, medium length tail, eye color pale blue, skin color dark. Special observations: red hair. Ooh, that's our traitor. I bet your life on it. Because Miri drilled it into our heads that we wasn't to go hanging around the shop. Red hair. Got a couple of gingers, and plenty more who get it from a bottle. So much for special observation. Golems ain't all they are crapped up to be, eh? Maybe it's Master knows. Describe the female tiefling. Tiefling female, above average height. Hair long pale. Tail not observed. Long horns, eye color blue. Special observation, scar on nose. Baldric with gold stitching. I don't know that one. New rival, most likely. Gold stitching, eh? Wouldn't mind getting to know her a bit better. Where's your master? Bellaman Fruatius, my master, is in his hiding place. Revealing the location of the hiding place is prohibited. Prohibited. He's likely holed himself up in the basement when the commotion started. The entrance should be around here somewhere. Where's the basement to this place? The basement is below me. I guard the basement. Leaving my post is prohibited. Very well. So if we do a successful athletics, we can move the golem out of the way. So we might as well try it.
A trivial task.
There we go. That gives us some extra experience, 66 to be exact. Alright, and let's go to the basement. Let's go see what's going on down here.
I'm always ready.
Alright, we can also pick this lock here. We might as well try.
That was easy.
Bada bing, bada boom. Treasure. Grab this. That. There we go. We'll save here. Let's go see Felaman. The elderly gnome, so portly as to be nearly spherical, is curled up in a corner of the basement shaking. Marauders! Bandits! Scavengers! Please calm down. No one's going to rob you. The gnome peers at you. You look better dressed than local thieves and ragamuffins. You came here to tell me that the nightmare's over? No, not yet. It's not. You're here to steal my riches. Get back! The gnome notices Woljif, and his rounded face turns scarlet. You! Woljif, the dirty little sneak thief. You've been sniffing around my shop for years. Finally worked up the colors to rob me, did you? Get out of here. You and your pals have taken everything already, I'm sure. The gnome seems to settle slightly. My name is Felaman Fruitius. I was the owner of this shop, but I'm sure I can claim to be the owner of anything now. I hope there's at least something left of it. Oh, come off it. Your shop's fine. It's a bit ransacked, maybe, but nothing a bit of spit and polish can't fix. To be fair, I did rob it a little bit myself. Where were you the night of the robbery? You think I robbed my own shop? I was here in the basement. I was told to make it look like I'd left. The watch was keen on getting their hands on those thieflings. They seem to be multiplying all over Galarian, so of course I did everything they said. I've been stuck in this basement since then. The golem wouldn't move away from the door, no matter how much I yelled at it. Then I thought that it was all too good. Somebody came by the guards and caused a ruckus upstairs, bellowing like mad, taking advantage of my absence. Tell me about the thieflings that have visited ancestries and wonders recently. Why should I tell you anything about my customers? You're not from the city guard or the evil watch. Well, I can either intimidate them or bluff. Intimidate would be ideal given the circumstances. Let's see. So at minimum, I can get a 9, so... We've got around a... We haven't got a big chance. We've got a 30% chance, so I'm going to have to load. There we go. Felaman recoils. Alright. Just put that away. I'll tell you everything. Ask your questions if it's so important. Tell me about Woljif. Felaman's face wrinkles in distaste. Woljif Jester, right? Yes, I've known him for a long time, though I'd rather not know him at all. Been skulking around my shop for years, treating the place like a free museum. He's always wanted to look at the moon of the abyss. I'd chase him out, just slink back in again. He was with the gang that robbed my shop. I'll bet anything he swiped the moon. How come I'm the prime suspect? Whoever betrayed us all, that's the one who's got the moon. I want to see it return too, you get me? I don't like the idea of other people's grubby mitts on it. Tell me about the red-haired tiefling. Felaman falls to thinking. A red-haired tiefling? I suppose, yes, there was one who came in, spent a long time looking around. He was a person of modest means, I could tell by his clothes, but he asked me to show him an Asmar-made chainmail. He certainly couldn't afford it. That's when I suspected that something was off. I checked everything after he left, that nothing was missing. And that put my mind at ease. Okay, so it's a man, red-haired tiefling. Huh. I can't remember what he looked like, and I didn't get a good look at his face. All I remember is that he was wrapped in a green cloak like it was freezing. That's all I have. That's it. With that description, we'll surely sniff him out. Come on, Chief. Back to the Sister Kismere we go. to have a good long shifty at all my brothers and put all these clues together. Something tells me our traitor isn't gonna wriggle out this time. Tell me about the tiefling woman. Hillman scratched his chin. Tiefling woman. Ah yes, I remember now. A noble lady. Unlike the tiefling ruffians we have around here. She purchased magical equipment for the crusade. She promised to come again. If only all tieflings were like that, I'd be laughing all the way to the bank. Thank you. If that isn't enough to help you catch the thieves, then I don't know what else to tell you. Now be on your way. Leave me to peace with my wreck of a shop. Alright, well. Yeah, that's that, I guess.
I do what I must.
Cleared this area, and now we can get out. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit of experience. It's modest. It'll help kickstart our economy, essentially. It's just a minor boost. But still, a boost is still a boost, and we need as much boost as we can get our hands on. We're gonna save here. And I guess we're going to the Tiefling hideout here. It'll take us 1 hour, but most assuredly... Yep, random encounter comes in. But it could be worse. We could be in a bigger predicament, but I digress. Yep, it's time for the Tieflings to come in or rather, it's time for these guys to start marching up. I guess technically I could use mage armor here, but I don't want to use him as a shovel here, for obvious reasons. It'd seem a bit cheesy if I were to do it that way. Okay, we're going to focus on this guy.
Hold back.
That is a miss. Okay. Okay, what are you going to do? You are going to attack, and you're going to get a hit.
Strike.
Wow. That is a lot of misses, and that's dead. Okay, so that's a load. Alright, well, we'll go with the typical we'll go with the typical roll, and we'll just march our way through, see if we get lucky. And we'll see how things pan out. Off we go. Be able to sneak past the enemies again, but that's fine.
Can we retreat already?
Ah, that's something. Oh, okay, so we got spiders now. AC of 18, AC of 17 with the vermin.
Don't hold back.
Okay, Woljif, we just want you to back up. Ow. Not a fan of that. I mean, I could down a vial, why not? I mean, we do have the mage armor for this exact reason, after all, right? 3 to knowledge arcana and 2 to perception. This actually be pretty good. Well, for now, let's equip the mage armor potion, which is here. Down this. This will give us a bit of a boost.
Strike.
Back up, Woljif, there you go. Now we've got an AC of 17 against these spiders. That should help us significantly. Wait, this guy has an AC of 23. No wonder I'm not hitting him. Okay, let's focus on the AC of 17 then. There we go. Get rid of the units, so that way it's harder for them to hit our character here. It's a miss, thankfully. Miss. Miss.
This will hurt.
There we go. Slowly but surely, we're taking them out. And there we go. Okay. I can quickly load this encounter, I guess. I can tolerate this here, so why not? I like this encounter better. It's more interesting. Higher AC, though. That is going to be a problem, but we'll manage.
Can we retreat already?
Okay, let's see. Alright, Woljif, we want you to go in the complete opposite direction here. There you go. You're gonna march up. You get the hit off.
Oh,
And I'm down.
could this happen?
Man. They did not give us any luxury of initiative against these guys. Then again, we're not catching them by surprise, so we don't have the advantage there. Alright, equip the mage armor here. There we go.
Don't hold back!
That's a miss. Alright, Woljif, run off.
Oh,
And, of course, they get the hit off. Damn. Even with our, boosts, like, geez. This is just not going in our favor.
This will be quick.
I'll still give it a try. You never know. Ow.
A
Ow.
mere
You know
flesh
what?
wound.
Let's just keep going with the whole load this option. That's better. We are gonna want to equip the Pipe Fox though. We're gonna take this off. Pipe Fox is arguably gonna be a nice addition for us because this is gonna give us a bonus to our stats. So might as well. We'll save here. This will be fine. All right. 1 hour. There we go. Just a small change in order to get that done. There we go. Alright, with that,
My skills are absolute.
we can activate both of them to get a statistical boost. And I do believe, let's see, this gives 3 insight to knowledge arcana and 2 insight to perception. This gives a morale bonus to all knowledge checks. So our statistics here is going to be really good for knowledge checks. In fact, all of our knowledges are now at a balanced, well, except for Knowledge World, of course. Knowledge World is lacking a little bit, but it's fine. But yes, we're looking for a red-haired tiefling, a male red-haired tiefling, with a green cloak, specifically. Mary drums her finger nervously on the handle of her blade. Well, are you going to tell me who the traitor is? The name of the moon of the abyss they stole. I don't need anything else. The tieflings are tense and ready to reach for their weapons. The only redheads are Melrun and Doffy. The dark-skinned tieflings are Barnier, Doffy, and Melrun. Doffy and Melrun and Tavi have straight horns, but Tavi is female. Only Varnir and Melrun have green cloaks. Let's see. So, we're looking for red hair, so Melrun and Doffy. And we're looking for somebody who's a male. Melrun is oh, dark-skinned tieflings are okay. Only Varnir and Melrun have green cloaks, so Melrun is probably our target here. Yep, Melrun. I do believe it's Melrun. You'll pay for this. Botil and Hetzamira will get you in the end. Grab him. Take him away for questioning. Kazmiri looks weary, but her earlier tension has clearly lifted. He confessed. Someone connected to the cult of Baphomet ordered him to steal the moon of the abyss. And the best idea he could come up with was to drag us into it. He got the scroll to take out the golem, he betrayed us to Erebeth so that he could swipe the Allet into chaos. He thought we'd get nicked and he'd slink off to meet up with his customer. You got the moon of the abyss? Let me look at it one more time. My whole life I've dreamt of holding it in my hands, if only for a second. He said that when he got to the window display, the moon was gone. He's lying, of course. We had the time to hand the moon off to the person who ordered it. Cultists. I don't really give a toss. I'm just glad we got to the bottom of this. What are you gonna do now? Clear out of this place. The sooner the better. The city's dying. I don't want to die with it. What are you gonna do with the traitor? Kazmiri nonchalantly picks at her hair with her knife tip. He'll be sent to visit his distant relatives on the farm. Think about what he did. Any more questions? No? Let's go. Good decision. I don't plan to hang around long either. Because Miri turns to leave. Sister! Woljif nervously bites his lip. His cheeks are flushed and his tail is swishing through the air. You forgot something. What now? To be happy to be alive. An apology? You promised to apologize to me, loudly in front of everyone. We're alone now, but I still want to hear it. Well... Ah, that. Gazmiri shrugs differently. So... sorry. I suppose for being wrong about you this time. Don't think that just because you did act like a jerk this one time, that it cancels out the rest of your record. I know all about you. Till next time, Woljif. That was the most pathetic apology I've ever heard. Too bad. Well, we're gonna load that, obviously, because experience is gonna be needed. We want to milk that as much as we can, obviously. So, we're gonna reload that. We're gonna get Mr. Man caught again. But, yeah, we'll go quickly through the dialogue. Okay, that's another load. But the experience is going to help. We are going to need to milk this as much as we can, so that's why I'm going through the effort of doing this. Every little bit counts. Every little bit. Whoops, I accidentally hit 2. That's my mistake. I meant to hit 2 there. My bad. God, I'm not getting lucky there. Come on. I can't do this. The difficulty is 24. We've got 9 to hit. We've got about a 20% chance to hit it, essentially. God damn it. Well, I'll get it in the end. It's no big deal. It's just gonna take time. That's just how it goes. I'm kind of used to it at this point. Come on. I can hit that. I can hit that 25% chance. I know I can. It's just taking time. That's all it is. Well, that's unfair difficulty for you. Sometimes you just hit and sometimes you miss. Damn it. Well, you know, I kind of expected this is going to be like a certain situation for us. Like, reloading is always going to be an issue for us, but we need as much experience as possible, and this milking of the experience is going to be needed, so. It is unfair difficulty, so yeah. I mean, I guess I could try and save mid-combat, or mid-dialogue here. Try and get something else. But I don't think that's going to cut it. Damn it. Come on, game. You will buckle, I know you do. I mean, worst case, I could just use a heroism scroll, but I really don't want to do that. Damn it. Come on, game. I know you can give this to me. It's only a 25% chance. Okay, let's see. What else do I have that could, you know, help me here? Something that I'm not gonna miss. No, nothing. Heroism is gonna be saved for rainy days. There is a specific circumstance for it. Come on. Oh, God. But yeah, no, once this quest is done, we just basically... Yeah, Melrun. There we go. Oh, okay, so... I've got to succeed 2 checks. Oh, God. Can we try and get this? Failed. You know what? Let's just accept the win there. Let's just get the 1. We're not going to be pushing for that, because that would have been like a 10% chance. Woljif watches her go, his tail relaxing. Better than nothing. Listen, Chief. When you got a spare minute, come see me. Got something I want to discuss with you. But for now, let's get out of here. I don't like sitting below ground when the building above is ready to crash down on our heads. And given they cleared this place out, now this area is open to us.
We should move. I'm gone.
Yeah. That's fine.
I am never wrong.
I figured, yeah, no, they were gonna have cobwebs, but yeah. Obviously, we do want to milk this as much as we can. Might as well grab what we can here. No harm in it. Yeah, because there's like a few things Jade negates that they missed. Nothing too crazy, but hey. If we really wanted to, we could have taken them out and killed them, but... Oh, there was a perception there? Huh.
It's time to act!
Did not realize that there was a perception there. Hold on. That might be a load. I think I've already done this, though. Like, I've already gone into the area, so... It's just a matter of rolling the perception correctly. We'll see, we'll see. Ow! That's a load.
It's time to act! That was easy.
Might be trapped.
There we go.
Might be treasure.
But yeah, no, there's a little bit extra here if we open this up.
I'm always ready. I am never wrong.
And as a result, we get some little trinkets here. Nothing too crazy, just a Kukurin Kama. And we actually got this. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. I don't think it's going to matter too much, so I'm not going to worry too much about it, but it's still worth noting the interesting little inconsistencies with the accounting here. Not like it's going to matter in the end, but hey. The calculations do matter, so we'll save here. And with that, actually, I can manage the group. We are not going to do that because we can easily just go to Defender Heart in 2 hours and just trade him there. For now, though, we're going to enter the location here. We're going to drop Woljif off. And then we should just be getting experience for ourselves. So if we kick ourselves out, we take off Woljif here. This is going to matter if we do it this way, because it will yield some more. I think it might yield more experience, but I'm not 100% certain. Okay. We are not going to be resting, but we will save here. We are now fatigued. That does suck slightly, but it could be way worse, to be fair. Fatigue can't easily be cured with a scroll or whatnot, but we are not going to be utilizing that just yet. It will come to... we'll deal with it when it comes relevant. But for now, we're not too worried. Alright, here we go. In we go, and we are met with... Let's see, we need to go over to Woljif here. And talking with him is going to yield us some significant experience, I do believe. Because we've completed a companion quest.
Look, Chief, I got something to show you. Ta-da! A real beaut, isn't it?
Woljif comes closer and looks around quickly to make sure no one's eavesdropping. He makes a subtle gesture, and an amulet on a chain appears in his hand. A silver amulet in the shape of a waning moon, with a dark crystal in the middle, the moon of the abyss. So you did betray the thieflings.
Oof, that cuts me deep, Chief. You and I saw who the traitor was. It's just that when we robbed the shop, I went in first and took what I wanted. Nothing wrong with that. Although, of course, I did think about hiding the moon and just taking myself off somewhere warm when all this blows over. But only because I want to see the world. Is it a crime to want to travel? Huh? Is that what counts for treachery these days?
Woljif is silent for a moment, then a cunning grin crosses his face. Did you really have the amulet with you this whole time?
Since that night, Chief, Melround didn't even set eyes on it. While he was dealing with the golem, I sneaked past them, and that was that.
Why did you steal the moon of the abyss? Well, you've been searched by the guards. How did you manage to hide the amulet?
Thieves have their ways.
And why didn't you give it to Kazmiri right away?
What? So she would slay me right away, you mean? You saw how antsy she was over Canabras and all this. So I did it. I took the moon of the abyss. But I didn't go to Erebeth. And Big Sister wouldn't hear my explanations. She doesn't have the time. I even thought I'd hide the moon somewhere, and then when all the noise had died down, I'd go get it and make a run for it. I'm sick of the thieflings. And they never appreciated me anyway.
Then why did you steal the moon of the abyss? You wouldn't have been able to sell an item so rare anyways.
Why, he asks? It's expensive, pretty. And you know, it's my amulet, actually. Not meaning I stole it, but I mean, this is my inheritance. My grandma and I were poor. All we had was a jewelry box with the moon in it. She used to store it under the floor in the basement, and she'd take it out sometimes just to look at it. She was always nicer when she had a few drinks in her, so I could ask her things then. One time I asked where she got it from, and she said it was from a demon. You know, the demon who was my grandfather. He said the moon was to be passed down. My mom was good for nothing and nobody, so that's why Grandma decided to keep the amulet for me. She used to say it would be mine when I grew up. But she couldn't wait until I grew up. She squandered my inheritance when she became a drunk. Took it to Fileman's shop and pawned it. He gave her some coppers for it, and she didn't even haggle. Just grabbed them and ran back to the tavern before last orders. I've been going to Fileman's to look at the moon ever since I was a kid. He chased me away, but I just kept going back, so eventually he gave up. He didn't skimp on security. The place was like a fortress, so he wasn't worried about a street rat like me pinching anything. Even when I got more skilled, I couldn't get any closer to it. One day, I had no one to go with. Another day, there were only oafs who'd never stolen anything more than a church donation box. But when Charisme had planned everything out, I realized I had a chance to get the moon and move away from here. Maybe to Garand. I hear it's warmer there. I've stayed with the family for too long.
You deceived the people who considered you a friend. That's not the way you treat your friends, you know that.
Family, friends. You know, some people don't believe in gods, so gods don't exist for them. And I don't believe in family. All that heartwarming talk about sticking together. Ugh. People like to say those things, but when push comes to shove...
Woljif gives you a strange look, and the tip of his tail twitches.
Sister Charisme used to say that us tieflings were one family, and you see how that turned out. And did you hear that excuse for an apology? I did the right thing, and I was right to want to run when I just planned on stealing the Moon of the Abyss. Everything turned out as it should. Whatever you think, I owe you. I'm not just a thief, I have my own business selling things. Thanks to you, I'm still in the family, and we have the black market sewn up in this city. It's a good way to sell valuables.
Making sure no one is going to take the amulet from him, Woljif hides it under his shirt and folds his arms on his chest.
So, if you need anything, a scroll or something, just say the word. I have a little portal to our people in Nerosian. You put a note there, and you get what you need. I can't get you anything big, but what they do have is all high quality. Nothing's too good for you, Chief. What's mine is yours. For a price, of course.
But yeah, no, basically he becomes a trader, essentially. And we're just gonna go... Yeah, we're just gonna quickly go through his conversations, and yeah. Alright, show me, yep. Alright, so, yeah. He is basically a wandering merchant that is going to be with you for as long as the game runs, so he has more merit just being around than anybody else, as far as I'm aware. But of course, we're not going to be using him for that much. We're just going to be using him for the bare essentials, so... We'll bulk sell everything that we don't need. We are a little low on the weight because we are currently over encumbered, technically. But I digress. We'll make it work. For now, let's see. What can we do here? We can reduce our weight by, let's see. Weight in descending order here. We got a little bit of weight from the mutated fish, a little bit of weight from the purifying solution, but okay, we want to reduce it down to 6 at least. We'll get 6 fish at least. There we go. Not sure what these fish will be used for, but we're just reducing weight basically at this point, so this is my method of going about it. And every potion we use is arguably going to make it easier on us, so eventually we will be at a point where the weight is going to be inconsequential, but for now, we'll just have to make do with what we got currently.
If you dare.
We are a little, we're a little bit overweight here right now, but I'm honestly fine with being fatigued, because I can easily just cure that when we get to an area. Being fatigued, not that big a deal, in all honesty. I can make that work for us easily. It's just a matter of actually doing things and making sure we're ready for everything. But I digress. we've got everything that we needed here, so now we can go back over to the area exit here. And now we can finally go it solo, which is the core of what we're going to be doing. Now, of course, there is some other quests that we will have to do. But here's how we're going to essentially go about our route. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the market square starting out. We'll probably head up to the Blackwing Library, then go to Pataxian Wine Cellar. Or at least I think that's what we'll probably do. At the very least, we're going to have to return to Gorm's Mansion at some point, but that will come in due time. So here's what I'm thinking. I go to the market square, shoot over to the Blackwing Library, then hit the Pataxian Wine Cellar. And on my way back, I could probably go to the Tower... I could go to the Tower of Strahd. Either way, I'm going to have to take a dedicated trip over to Gorm's Mansion. But I do believe we are going to go a different route because we do not have a companion with us at this point, unlike before. So yeah, we are going to take the route to the Market Square, Blackwing Library, Pataxian Wine Cellar, and I guess, you know what, just... Well, actually, no. Okay, different strategy. We will start by going to the Market Square, then we'll move over to the Tower of Strahd, then we will go to Tyrblade's residence, then we will take the long trek back to Defender's Hearts to pick up, to pick up Camilla. Then we will go all the way back over to Gorm's Mansion. Then we'll go all the way back to Defender's Hearts. And then we will... Well, better yet, we could kick Camilla out once we actually reach Gorm's Mansion. So that way I can just directly go over to the Blackwing Library instead. Which is the better alternative. But regardless, we are going to go to the Market Square alone. That is the intent. So we're going to save here. And this is where things are going to be absolute hell for us, but all the same, we will continue on. We can make a shortcut over to the Fallen House. I might as well, right? Get supplies where we can. There we go. This will take us 2 hours to get through here. We failed to sneak past. That's fine. We are going to run into certain situations like this all the time, so... Yeah. This is going to be fun. Hey, a demon. Hello. How are you? You are a level 5 outsider. Okay, let's equip a potion of mage armor here. It's the golden potion here. There we go. There we go. And let's see, we're dealing with somebody that has power attack, AC of 23. That's going to be dangerous. He's got a 34 experience boost. And we die in immediate hits. Jeez. That was horrible. His hit's probably got like an absurd boost, doesn't it?
Quick.
Yeah, you fail a charge, but that's fine.
Don't hold back.
What is your 2 hits? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, no, that's not possible to survive. That is going to kill us no matter what, unless he gets a low roll on us. Or we get... Yeah, that's not...
You should have run.
Not a fun experience.
Here. Flesh wound.
Ow.
This will hurt.
Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna have to load again into a different save because that is an impossible fight. Or at least a fight that would be pain to deal with. Alright. Okay, we're gonna head to the Fallen House. Hopefully we don't run into an encounter. Okay, we'll collect those. We're gonna save here. That'll be our first step. Then we'll go to the main square. We failed to sneak past, that's fine. Okay. There. Oh, there's a Marauder Archer here. We could actually potentially deal with that. Let's see. We are currently overweight right now. If we drop the Alchemist's Fire here, that'll weigh us down a little bit. And if we drop, I don't know. Let's drop those potions of Cure Light Wounds temporarily. Caster must not have the following condition: fatigue. Okay, so I need to cure fatigue if I want to charge. So that's an easy fix. If we use a Scroll of Restoration Lesser, that gives us the removal of fatigue
This
temporarily.
will be quick.
It's a small temporary fix, but it's necessary for us. Here we go. We caught him by surprise, somehow.
Hold back.
And he just gets KO'd. Nice. We'll grab everything here. We'll grab the potions here.
I'm gone.
I guess we're gonna have to drop these potions anyways, temporarily, just so we can get ready. We did manage to get some experience, I do believe. 108, actually. That's not bad. For one enemy, that's pretty good. We'll collect all, and we'll continue on our journey. Naturally, we're going to run into a situation where the Defender's Heart's going to have a bit of a problem. We're not going to rest. Yeah, I'm going to save here just in case we run into a fight, just in case. Don't want to go through that attack again, but, you know, we'll make do. We'll make do. Alright. And now we're finally in a new zone. We are still fatigued, of course, but we can easily fix that with some buffs. But before we do anything, because this is such a big area, we are going to need to buff up here. So I'm going to buff with the intent that I'm going to be here for a while. We will not be able to use Mutagen Dexterity here, but that's perfectly fine by me. We can always find other alternatives here. Now, 10 minutes to an hour buffs are going to be necessary here, so we're going to use those. We'll use the fear thing here, which I guess I'll just activate prematurely ourselves. Let's see, we can use protection from evil if we absolutely need it, but I'm not going to use it right now. Let's see, we're going to need to use mage armor here. This is going to give us a boost to AC, up to 24. We can use shield if we so desire. I'm not going to use it right now, for obvious reasons. Let's see, Potion of Lesser Restoration. This will just get rid of the fatigue, so that's good. That'll make us a bit more AC heavy. Potion of Invisibility, it's optional. Feather Step we'll use, so that way we can ignore certain conditions, such as... It'll just help us. Veil of Positive Energy. This is going to be a decent buff for us. For 10 minutes, it's basically plus 2 AC. We're not going to use it just yet, but it is going to be something that we'll use in the future. But I digress. Scroll of Freedom Movement. I don't think we need to worry about that just yet, but if we do run into something of similar, you know, danger, we will use it. But yeah, I think for now, we just need the Heroism and the Remove Fear. Let's just make sure we get it. Come on. What is the DC? It is a DC 21. We currently have a UMD of 6. It's just a... We might be able to get it. Or we should be able to get it.
This
Come on.
spell works differently.
Come on, game.
I'm always
Oh,
ready.
come on.
Whoa-gosh.
There we go. Now we got remove fear. This will help us make it. It'll basically make us immune to fear, which is going to be fine. We'll save here, and let's go explore this area because there's going to be a lot of stuff. We are a little overweight, so I'm going to drop the acid here because we don't need it right now. In fact, most things we're going to drop and leave alone before we... And we'll grab what we need here, but otherwise we just want to be careful here. Okay, Knowledge Arcana here. Oh, hello. No, I'll tell you everything. Just don't hit me. I never stole nothing. I only just joined the Tieflings. The Tiefling gestures back the way he came, as if that explained something. It was all them, back there. They found an underground passage to Grey Garrison, and they've been nicking stuff out of there ever since. Low down thieving, toe rags, that's what they are. But I have nothing to do with it, I swear. Who are you? An honest guy who's fallen in with some bad folks. The Thieflings, or the thieves around here, they forced me to join their gang, but I didn't want to. Just don't hand me over to Irbeth, valiant crusaders, please. Name of all the gods that there ever were. An underground passage to Grey Garrison, tell me more. Right, so the temple around here, the Temple of Iomade, has a cellar and a passage that leads from it right to Grey Garrison. The Thieflings, my pals, damned a lot of them, have been using this passage on and off to sell all sorts of stuff to the soldiers in the Grey Garrison. So, when the demons burst into the city, we thought we'd check up on the Grey Garrison to, see how the soldiers were faring. To offer our assistance. Why are you afraid of me? You're one of them crusaders, ain't you? You lot hate our guts, the Thieflings, I mean. You lock us up and do worse to us. But not a Tiefling. Not really. Can I help you somehow? Yeah. Let me go, please. Go on your way. Cheers for letting me go like this. I'll remember you for 100 years. I will. I'll name my firstborn after you. Under your stare, the Tiefling falls silent, then runs off. Okay, that is good to know. That means that the Grey Garrison has a secret entrance that we can utilize.
Ugh, what a failure.
We're gonna load these certain situations so we can get as much experience as possible. Give me a second. I'm actually gonna turn my light on, so give me a hot minute. Okay, I'm back.
Ugh, what a failure.
Okay, that's another failure, but yeah, I just need to turn the lights in my room on, because it was a bit dark, so... Might as well light it back up, get the ball rolling, you know how it be. But I digress.
That was easy.
There we go, we get 100 experience for that. So yeah, no, the experience we're going to be getting for just going it solo is going to be exponentially bigger than whatever we would have gotten, so... We're just going to use these, we're going to take this off, we'll use this again, there we go. This will give us a certain amount of HP. We'll save here. And I do believe, yep, there is some dretches here that we can fight. We're gonna have to play it safe, but otherwise, most of these fights should be relatively easy.
This will be quick.
We're just gonna have to play it safe, essentially. Certain fights are gonna be easier than others, to say the least.
Don't hold back.
There we go. Stinking Cloud, lovely. Not exactly the most fun experience, but at the very least we can 5-foot step and back away from him. Oh god, okay, back up. Just avoid his attacks as much as we can. Okay, we are still suffering from the Stinging Cloud effects. Let's activate this. There we go. Nice. Okay, he's gonna provoke again. That's fine. Oh god. Hello. That's a load, because we do not want to engage that just yet, that's for sure. But yeah, no, there are certain situations that are going to get us tons of experience, like that. That is going to be a little easier because there's NPCs available. And NPCs are going to be our saving grace here for most fights that we undergo. So in fact, I'm going to actually go this area here. Alright, we are going to aim for... I guess we'll aim for the Abracadulu here. Might as well, right? Alright, we're going to charge this guy there. There we go. Nice. Nice. Oh, that's a triple hit there. Interesting.
Don't hold back!
Alright, there's 6 damage. Okay. That actually gave us some experience. Okay, so that's 130. Nice. Okay, that's... Ow. Not the most fun experience here. Let's actually, what is Stinking Cloud? Well, Stinking Cloud is a save. It is a poison effect. Okay, hold on. There's an easy way to counter this then. So as you know, Stinking Cloud is a poison effect. I didn't realize this before, but because I actually did grab it, we can actually grab Delay Poison and ignore the effects of it. It's these sorts of creative thinking that give us the benefits that we need here. But yeah, no, if we equip the... or if we use Delay Poison here, this is going to help us resist for 3 hours on ourselves. Okay, we're gonna save here. Ideally, we want to target one of the bow, or rather the Brezu here. Yep, there we go. If we can charge the Dretch here, then we're basically golden. But yeah, no, if we're immune to poison, then we should be fine for the most part. Oh, more stinging poison, but that's fine. Ooh, they're getting mauled. That's not fun. Let's see, I can charge you. I can't charge the Dretch over there, but I can definitely charge you. There we go. Alright, and because he's flanked, because of our temporary allies here, this is going to make it a whole lot easier for us. Oh god. Let's just hope they survive long enough for us to actually benefit from it. We'll move up here. We're going to go for the Dretch here. There we go. Oh, there goes another one. Oh god, there goes the other. Okay.
Strike!
That is a 14 AC unit, Jesus.
Mere flesh wound.
Okay, I might not outlast these guys. Hold on. Oh god. Oh god, okay. Okay, focus on the Abraku here. And we're gonna get killed, I think. Unless we're lucky. And so far we seem to be lucky, like really, really lucky.
Don't hold back.
Somehow. Alright, yep. I kind of figured that we'd lose that. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think attacking them is the right idea here. Well, I mean, it is, but it's not going to be the right plan here for attacking them right now. We'll leave that demon there for now, but we will engage this group here. I think that's ideal for us. There we go. We're going to get the charge in, get this guy dealt with. And because we're immune to poison, this is going to be easy for us. They're going to be focused on trying to cast that ability, most likely. Yep. Okay, we want to 5-foot step here. Attack this one. There we go. Make it so this guy can only attack once. Basically minimize the amount of harm we're going to suffer.
You should have run.
Damn it. I guess we'll use Light of the Angels here, just reduce the amount of damage we're going to take here. Okay. 5-foot step here.
This will hurt.
Come on, get the hit.
Don't hold back!
Oh god. Okay, I think this is gonna be a load. Yeah, no, this is gonna be very dicey here. For a while, it's gonna be like it's gonna be basically it's gonna be quite the fight, to say the least. Jeez. Do we have anything else that can help us here? Currently we've got a morale bonus to our attack rolls of +2. Bless is only going to increase it by +1, but even then that's not good. We could use Scroll of Divine Favor here to increase our chances of hitting. We could also increase our AC a little bit as well by using the Veil of Positive Energy. If we had our Vial on us, we could increase our AC by an additional 2, but yeah, we could increase our AC by 2, our attack bonus by 2. It'd be a really good time. Worst case, we could just use Inflict Wounds, which is arguably a little better damage-wise. For now, though, I don't think that's the ideal situation for us. We'll go for these groups anyways. I think that's the right choice. Getting to hit on these guys is important. Oh, that's another miss. Lovely.
Don't hold back!
God, that's a 9 to hit. Come on.
Strike!
Yeah, no, I'm gonna need to load that actually. Yeah, let's save. Let's make sure we actually get these hits, because these do matter. If we had like an entangle ability, that'd be actually really good, because that would reduce their AC significantly further and make it so we can easily target them. We're gonna save here so that way we're ready with the charge. There we go.
Quick!
Come on, get the charge in. There we go. We got the hit there. We are going to 5-foot step here.
Don't hold back!
There we go. That is one of the dretches dealt with. Now we just gotta deal with this guy. Now we could do a full attack. Let's activate Wolverine here.
Strike!
There we go.
You should have run!
Alright, that's 8. Nice. Yeah, the AC comes up to 20, so unless he's rolling 20s, we're basically good. Which is good. Alright. That's one fight. That's going to give us 300 or so, or 200 or so experience. That's something. Let's use some potions here. There we go. We'll save here. Alright. And yeah, this gives us additional HP. That's about it, really. I do believe. I mean, I guess I could keep it on. No reason to not, right? We're gonna aim for this guy. Bugger it. YOLO. We might as well keep it on, because we're gonna be using it a lot for a while. Okay, nice. Okay, those guys are down. Okay, that's one of the dretches down. If I turn this off, this will give us more to attack. This gives us basically an 11, which is arguably better than what we got. There we go. That's a triple hits. Okay. Nice. Nice. Alright, that's down. Now it's just this guy, who's now flanked, which is actually going to give us sneak attack again. These guys are going to try and... This guy's going to try and sunder, but to no avail. And we can just start whittling him down, because we bypass his cold iron resistance. There we go. Done. And we managed to do that without casualties, so that's good. We'll use these potions, well, like candy, because obviously we're going to need to. It'll reduce our weight significantly after all. Save here. And I guess we can talk with these citizens here. Why not? Hello.
This will hurt.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's them dealt with. We've cleared out this area. Is there anything over here? I don't think there would be. I mean, we've been through this game before, but it's been a while. It's been like a year since I last played. Oh god, hello. Okay, we got a warrior, we've got a fighter, and we've got a barbarian. Okay, I don't think we can handle this. Let's back off. Let's back off these guys. We can't handle those guys just yet. Not right now, anyways. Let's see, have we got... Okay, we're still heavy, but that's fine. Okay. Well, we've dealt with the dretches, so that's good. Any other small fights I can get away with, or am I gonna have to trudge through some? There's some corpses here, but I don't think there's actually any enemy that we need to worry about.
I must.
Not yet, anyways. Oh, there is another marauder. We'll save here. I think I could take this archer if they are alone. They've got a barbarian here, but... Oh! That is a lot, to say the least. Rookie Marauder, some actual Marauders.
Don't hold back!
+7. Well, if I 5-foot step, it's going to be pointless, so we need to deal with this guy. There we go. Alright, there you go. That's one. Now you gotta deal with the, Marauders here, which are barbarians. They're gonna be more concerning. Okay. Let's focus on you. Okay, this is gonna be really painful here. Yeah, no, they've got a... Got a 5-foot step here. Focus on this marauder here. Ow. Okay, we're probably not going to be able to make this then. Yep. Well, this is the sort of retaliation I was expecting, to be honest. This is the absolute... Yeah, this is going to be hell for quite a bit. Until we start, you know, racking in levels. But... we can slowly get passive experience as we go. We'll get there eventually. It's just gonna take time more than anything.
I'm gone.
So we just need to choose. We need to pick our fights essentially. We pick our fights, choose the right attacks, then we basically are golden. Okay, there's a bunch there, so we won't be able to fight those guys just yet. Let's see. I guess let's save here. Let's activate Wolverine. I guess we will charge the archer here.
This will be quick.
Yeah, so charge the archer here to start us off. There we go. Marauder fighter's gonna come in. 10 to hit, jeez.
Don't hold back.
That's a 3 to hit, and I missed both, jeez. There we go.
Mere flesh wound.
Okay, that was painful. I'm gonna 5-foot step here. Going to reach in and use a pure moderate here. Gonna go for the rookie here. And I load. Okay, Unless I can, crowd control them, I don't think I'm going to be able to deal with them just yet. Well, unless, of course, I beef up even further, but... I'd have to use that sacred scroll, and that'd be another thing. Do we have any scrolls that can crowd control? I did not think I needed it, but I guess I do. I don't have any, I don't think. The most I could probably do is increase my AC by an additional 2. And even then, that's pushing the limits of what we got here. We could probably squeeze our way through here. Yep. That seems viable.
We'll make this quick. She won't feel a thing.
I don't know. Can we really do this?
Listen, we don't have a choice. There are demons everywhere. What else would you have us do?
A group of knights surround a young elven girl. She's dressed in rags and barely covered the hideous scars on her body. The beggar girl is on her knees, watching placidly as the people argue heatedly around her, as if she doesn't sense the looming threat of all. A black crow flies in agitated circles above her head.
In Iomede's name, we're sorry, girl, but it is our duty. We have to do this, not for our own sake, but for the sake of everyone who can still be saved from the demons. If we don't win this battle, you won't have long to live anyway.
The knight brings his sword up above the girl's head.
I understand. You're scared. You feel powerless. You think this will help. You don't have to justify yourselves to me. Just do what you've decided to do.
The girl smiles sincerely, as though she isn't at risk of immediate death. What's going on here?
We...
The knight's hands are shaking.
Our weapons barely scratch the demons' hides. We're sacrificing this girl to Iomede so we can consecrate our weapons with her innocent blood and gain the power to destroy the spawn of the abyss.
It's extreme, but we have no other choice. We have to defend this city somehow, or else we'll all perish, including her.
That's ridiculous. The teachings of Iomede directly prohibit the killing of innocents. The goddess will curse you for making this so-called sacrifice. We could also use diplomacy to intimidate, but...
Exactly.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? The goddess would never allow this.
Whose idea was this anyway? I think it was yours.
The knight looks at his comrades in suspicion.
My idea? I was against the whole thing right from the start. Who said we needed to make a sacrifice? Wasn't it you? You can't blame anyone else for that.
Please don't fight. All of you are good people, defenders of the city. You just made a mistake. Please don't hurt them.
Go to Defender's Heart Tavern. That's where the survivors are gathering. Don't even think about doing anything so disgusting ever again.
Thank you.
The knights hurry away before you can change their mind. Or you change your mind, rather.
They're gone. And they all lived. I was sure that someone would die today. So many people have died here already. But we are still alive for some reason. Strange, isn't it?
The elf girl smiles at you. The crow alights on her shoulder and looks at you with eyes that are much too intelligent for an ordinary bird.
But you shouldn't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a silly girl, really.
I don't think you're that an ordinary girl. And that crow you have there, it's not ordinary either.
No, don't be silly. I'm very ordinary. Well, I know different types of tricks, but Soot taught me those.
The elf girl strokes the crow's beak. Its eyes narrow in satisfaction and it makes a cooing sound.
Now Soot here, she truly is unusual. She's clever and she can talk, but only to me. She teaches me magic tricks and lots of other stuff. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Who are you?
Call me Ember. I live here, on the streets, for many years now. But there's nothing to say about me.
Magic tricks, you say? You could prove useful when fighting the demons, and I'll be able to protect you from insane soldiers on the streets. Come with me.
Sure. Let's go.
Right. we're just gonna... How do we... Okay, that was a mistake on my part. Can I kick her out of the party? I mean, I guess I could if I go out of the area. Like, lickety-split. I don't think that's gonna help me too much, so... Well, I mean, I can. It's not like it's hurting me to do. Are you kidding? No. I can't believe... You know what? Fuck it. Fine. That's okay. We'll go with this. We'll go with this result. We'll reload. I think I can send her back to the tavern, but we'll see. We'll see. Down a potion here, might as well. I'll save here. Let's just keep going.
We do it my way. We'll make this.
Listen.
I understand.
Oh, it's extreme. Exact.
Please don't fight.
Thank.
There, but you call me No. Now Soot here. Sure.
Yeah. So we're gonna take her along. Yeah, we're gonna go outside the area here really quickly. We're gonna kick her out. We're gonna send her back to the tavern, basically.
If you dare.
All right. We're gonna go to area exits. We'll collect all. We'll leave the loot there, but we're basically gonna take a moment to kick her over to the tavern and go from there. Or at least that is the intended hope. All right. Okay, so what we'll do is we will save here, I do believe. Now we have a choice. We can either go directly to Defender's Heart, which will take an hour, or we can do Group Manager, and we can just kick her out that way. Because it will take us 2 hours to go to and back, so let's change the group there. There we go. Okay, I can't do that. Let's load once again. This will probably be ideal, but yeah, no, we're going to need to load again. Annoyed that I have to do this, but I'm going to have to go back. I'll drop everything so that way I'm like... Well, I can drop everything so that way I'm light encumbrance. So that way she could just go back on her own terms. But yeah. We'll pick up everything back when we're alone again. And then we'll go from there. So if we go into here, drop this, drop this, drop these, drop these, drop these, those. There we go. That'll bring us down to 40 weight, which is ideal. We're gonna leave. We're not going to be deleting loot, obviously, because if we do, that's going to make our life way harder. But yeah, no, I think this will be good. It'll take 3 hours. Done. Okay, it's going to take us 3 hours, but that's fine. It's a small price to pay for doing what we're doing here. So, yeah. We'll make do. And, yeah. For now, we're just going to have to penny pinch experience here. It's going to be a long-winded penny pinching session, but it needs to be done. We are going to drop some items here. Mainly just the bow here and the armor. There we go. That brings us to 85. We are at 100. Alright, off we go. We lost our enchantments. Damn it. Damn you, girl. Well, I guess we're buffing up yet again. Okay, use that. Use mage armor. Alright, so heroism, mage armor. I guess we can use shield if we are absolutely desperate for AC, which I think technically we are going to be needing. We can use Veil of Positive Energy. That's going to give us a +10, but for now, we're going to abstain from it because I do believe we can get some experience in this house here. And it won't exactly require us to do combat, it'll just require us to do some successful checks. Which is better than the alternative. And getting our ass handed to us for a while. Okay, we're gonna save here. Hope that's enough, and we'll go. Into the house we go.
This will be quick.
Hello, rats. Lovely. Okay, rat swarms. Not fun. They're gonna start harassing us. Thankfully, I do have vials that are good against rats. But something good to note about most... Yeah, something good to know about most fighters here. Like this.
Don't hold back.
If we can land a hit, we are going to be fine. But as long as we keep moving in turn order here, we can actually just avoid their attacks, period. Because they effectively work like staggered units. Ow. Certain instances, that is, I should say.
A mere flesh wound.
Actually, I guess technically they don't provoke attacks of opportunity, so we can load here. I wasn't exactly expecting rats of all things, but it's fine. What we can do, actually, is probably lay in a... Yeah, if we lay in a single attack, then we won't need to worry too much. But that's assuming we can actually get a single attack, so hold on, let me check controls. How do I prevent myself from doing a full attack? Okay. Yeah, action bars we need to ignore. Holding shift will latch to that, okay. Okay, so there's no option that prevents us from using full attacks, but that's fine.
This will be quick.
What I can do is I can just move around the area and huck acid vials, actually. Because I do believe I... Oh, did I drop the acid vials, actually? That does matter. No, I did not, thankfully. So, I was right to grab the acid vials when I did. We're gonna move...
There's something here.
Oh. We're gonna move all the way...
Interesting.
Can I move? Yeah, I'm gonna move up to here. And we are going to huck acid at this entire group. There we go. That's gonna give us some damage there. They're gonna try to get an attack on us. To no avail, obviously. But yeah, no, we're just gonna move back and forward here. Okay, we'll huck another acid vial at, let's go for this group here. Boom. There we go, nice. They have yet to attack us, which is good. That does mean that our strategy is working. They are only taking 1 damage, which is annoying, but considering that the alternative here is getting eaten, I'd say this is small, we can make this work. Move here. There we go. Throw it there. There we go. That is 4 damage, not bad. And yeah. It's going to be a boring set of throws, but doing this is going to be the ideal situation for us, because, well, it's rats. Obviously, throwing vials is just the way to go, in most instances. Okay, let's see, we're gonna throw at the weakest link here, which is there. Alright. There we go. Nice. That's brought down pretty low. Mind you, it's not all of the rats, but hey. You know, we're dealing damage at least, so that's good. 7 damage to the Rat Swarm is pretty good, though. It's nice. Okay, we are down to 6. Not ideal, but given the circumstances, better than nothing. Alright. There we go. Brought down to 2. I think we can spread our love to another Rat Swarm now. But yeah. Don't really have a, They sort of do automatic damage, which is the gimmick with most Rat Swarms. Okay, we don't want to target that one. We want to target a new one. We're going to target this one. There we go. That's gonna... Oh, that Rat Swarm actually managed to evade it. Interesting. Okay. Well, once they get low enough, it's not going to be that big a deal, but... we do need to make sure we get the acid going. Okay, we will go here. Again. Okay, I can target another one. Let's see. No, I can't, actually. Huh. Is there any things I could use alternatively? Let's see. There should be, like... whatever. I could just use the Alchemist Flask. It's fine. Whatever. It's 1 damage across the lot. That's fine. It's not ideal, but hey. We're dealing damage. That's the important part here. As long as we do that, that's fine. Okay. Move 29 here. There we go. Alright, now we target this one. There we go. That gets rid of all, or 1 swarm. That's going to give us 132 experience. Pretty good given the circumstances. Alright. We've got 2 more vials. We might as well use them up. Now, if I can keep it at range here, that'd be ideal. But, you know, we're doing what we can. Okay, that's 1 damage across the lot. I don't think that's gonna cut it, though. Yeah, we're gonna run into a bit of a predicament eventually. Oh well, for now. There we go. 1 got hit for 7. I could do 5-foot steps. That could work, because they didn't attack us immediately when we did 5-foot steps. We just have to be very careful with our 5-foot steps, because we're probably going to get demolished if we do. What can I do here? I could start using Magic Missile. That is an option, but again, it'd be a weird casting situation here. Huh. I don't think we can reliably use Magic Missile here. But regardless, we're going to 5-foot step here.
Don't hold back!
There we go, that gets rid of 1. That's going to hurt, but that's fine. Okay. With that in the situation, we are going to be staggered, but that's fine. I mean, we can just wait out the nausea. We are going to be suffering from filth fever, but we should be able to cure that with ease. Well, filth fever is not that big a deal, not until the onset's triggered, so it's fine. We are going to move. We're going to down a potion here. Because at this point, it's just a matter of using potions here to stave off the stave off whatever we're suffering from. The rest we can just take out from the rat swarms, basically. Okay, here we go. Down a potion. There we go. If we had a, I mean, I could move a little further. Maybe that would work. Yeah, if I move here, then I can just, do that. That would still hurt us, though. Okay, so, yeah, no, it would still hurt us if we did that. So we'd have to barrage them and then go that route. That's fine. Alright, let's re-equip these. There we go. Okay, yeah, no, it seems like that's going to be the gimmick then. We just have to make sure that they're not gonna... Alright, down this. There we go. Yeah, we'll just have to full attack. That's the ideal situation here. Not, you know, ruining ourselves. Actually, hold on. Options. We can't end our turn prematurely, so that sucks. Okay, let's move here. Given that they deal significant damage, I do not want to just leave them alone. You would equip these, this would make it easier, but I digress. Yeah, we're going to be running into multiple rounds like this where we extend up to 20 rounds, which kind of expected.
You should have run!
That's a double miss. Ow. Ow. Thankfully I'm not staggered, but this is going to be means for me to wanting to drink potions here. Okay. Yeah, ideally we don't want to miss. We'll grab our potions here. There we go. Yeah, we're just gonna basically shoot back and forth, and go from there. Shouldn't be too hard to deal with this rat swarm, though, because these are arguably the easier of the multiples that we can deal with. In fact, I've been thinking about this wrong. What I can do here is I can actually just attack from a range, I do believe. Because I do believe, if I recall correctly, rat swarms are one of the few enemies that can still take damage from range. Yeah, if they're tiny. Yeah, they take half damage from slashing and piercing weapons. But, oh god, I did this whole thing wrong then. I could have just back and forth attacked them with a crossbow then. You know what? I might actually load this fight, just so I can actually do that. Hold on. That is a mistake wholly on my part. I didn't realize that was a thing. Well, I did realize it was a thing, I just forgot that it was a thing that I could do. So, if you're dealing with swarms, and you do want to conserve your ammunition, definitely, if they are tiny, bring a crossbow. Or literally anything that's going to allow you to get range and then fire an attack. If you do that, you're going to have a much better life. Although that said, do I even need a bow? You know what? I'm actually going to load this because I could probably get a different weapon. Because this is Finian we're talking about. He is the only one that is probably technically not a companion in this rule set. Okay, so let's see. We can probably swap Finian for a composite bow if we really wanted to. I don't think it would fall under the rule. Well, let's see. Let's see. We can go for a crossbow. We could go for a javelin, long spear. The long spear would be an alternative, but I don't think it would settle well. I mean, it's not like we're using our strength here, so let's see what happens if we go with the spear. Would a spear work? Spear is two-handed. Javelin is one-handed. We'd get a d6 plus 1 if we're to use it. Counts as a ranged throwing weapon with a plus 11. It deal a d6 plus 1 because of its enchantment. What about the heavy crossbow then? Heavy crossbow is a plus 11. It's going to be 2 to 11. Okay, you know what? I guess heavy crossbow was the go-to. Whatever. It's fine.
This will be quick.
Alright, let's do this. Not the usual method that we go for in regards to damage, but considering we're going to be moving and attacking, this is ideal. They have a high AC, but we have a higher to hit, so whatever. Okay, we're going to move up to here.
There's something here. Interesting.
Move up here. We don't need to move one extra. We're just going to start firing now. It is a 8 to hit. That sucks, but, you know, sucks to suck. We're just going to grind this now. We just have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Sucks, but that's just how it's going to be. The damage is arguably going to be stronger, so... YOLO. Alright, that's 1 hit. Nice. That dealt 3 damage. Pretty okay. Considering the minimum we can suffer from is probably, yeah. Alright, Barlow, just give me a bit. I'm just basically going through this back and forward. It's going to take a while. But we should be fine. I guess, you know what? I could use Alchemist Fire to speed things up. Why not? I mean, I'm going to be using it anyways. Yeah, swarms are a pain. But there is a gimmick with small or tiny swarms that you can take advantage of. The key thing with tiny swarms is that they only take half from slashing and piercing. But I don't think they are immune to actually bludgeoning. Which is an interesting thing. I think, anyways. They've got special rules, put simply. But I digress. We're just going to whittle these guys down slowly but surely. It's going to take time, but once we get it, I will wrap it up for the day. We won't be getting a level, but, you know, this sort of thing is going to take time because we are going solo. Enemies are going to be way more turn-heavy here. Okay, equip these. Okay, that's not enough, but that's fine. Ugh. The grind, it's real. To be fair, I could have done a successful run without this, but whatever. I've already reloaded. I can't really go back to a save. I've already, you know, gone through. Alright, let's see. Where's that swarm? He's in there. I just can't target him. Fucker it. We'll just go after that one there. There we go. Whittle them all down. Why not? We're doing the same thing anyways. I could speed this up further, but I don't think that's going to be wise. We're already on, like, ×2, and ×3 would only make it a bit more jarring. Okay, there we go. Toss this. Alright, that's 1 across the board. That's fine. Ugh, pain. Okay. There we go. Cross there. There we go. That's... I mean, we're whittling them down. They're about, like, roughly within the 20 HP mark. That's kind of expected. At minimum, we're going to bring them down to the... I want to say, like, 10 HP. Well, maybe not 10 HP, but close enough. There we go. Eat. There we go. That's whittled that one down to 6 HP. That's pretty good. We've almost dealt with one swarm, basically. It's pretty good. And they do have a weak AC, I must admit. So we've got benefits going there. Okay, we're gonna move up to here. There we go. Alright, eat this one. There we go. That gets rid of one of the swarms out of the 3. And now we just gotta go back and forward, shoot him with the crossbow, because swarms have the... Yeah, swarms are just gonna have a rough time. Okay, we'll equip these. There we go. Alright, that's another. That has reduced them down even further. And we should be able to reach them into a specific point. So once these guys are dealt with, we should be good. And then I'll probably wrap it up for the day stream. And we'll go from there. Okay, we're going to move here. There we go. Alright, last vial of poison. Or acid, rather. Kind of expected given the circumstances, but yeah. Alright, it's down to 3 rat swarms. They haven't changed their tactic of running towards us. And as long as we avoid them, we can avoid filth fever. So...
You should have run!
There we go, 6 damage, not bad. We are putting in the work now. And thankfully, given the circumstances, they are not going to have a fun time with us. Okay. Back up to here. Deal with you.
This will hurt!
That's a miss. But then again, a 60% chance to hit. It's pretty good. Especially when you're dealing with swarms, but, you know, that's just how it goes. Alright, we're gonna move up here again.
Don't hold back!
There we go, that's another swarm. That's 6 damage. We got 132 experience. So, to give you a rough idea on how the experience is calculated, because we are only one person calculating that experience, it's going through and multiplying that experience by 6, I believe. Because this is... usually you're intended to go with a 6-man party. This isn't the case for us, in particular. So yeah, we're getting 6 times 22, and we're probably getting extra because of difficulty, I think. I'm actually going to check that real quick. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's multiplied by 6. So if we take the experience of a single enemy alone, we're getting 6 times the amount of experience that we would normally get, which is really good for us in the long term. Because the more experience we get from fights, the higher quality our character is going to be. And we'll slowly soon be able to scale outwards from this.
Will hurt!
And naturally, the damage is going to come in, you know, droves. We're going to be more tanky, we're going to be swole. It's going to be nice. But of course, with the difficulty comes, you know, its fair share of obstacles. It's just going to take time to get there. But I digress. Alright, this is the last swarm now. Okay. We just need to deal with this guy now, and then we're good.
Strike!
There we go. 2. Down to 8 HP. We are definitely going to save, because we don't want to go through this fight again, obviously. Alright, let's see. We're going to move up there. There we go. That'll give us the 30 movement.
should have run!
There we go. 5 damage. 3 more damage to go, and then we should be good. All right. Go right back to the door again.
This will hurt!
There we go.
Don't
Done.
hold back!
And this is why you play it safe, because this could yield you a ton of experience. Especially if you're going solo, so if you're looking to level up quickly, enemies are going to be your best friend. There is a few things that we can take advantage of here. We're going to quickly disarm this. This is going to give us 54 experience. So needless to say, there's a lot that's going to be... We're going to get a lot of benefits here. We can try and pick this lock here.
That was easy.
We get a ton of stuff here. We are obviously going to drop this outside when we get the chance. We've got this, which gives us the seasoned wings and thighs. We are not going to be benefiting from recipes, to be quite honest.
I'm gone.
At least I don't think we are. Recipes would be fantastic to have,
This
but
will hurt!
because of how we have built ourselves and we're going this solo, we are not going to get that same advantage. Regardless, we're going to save here, and we are going to wrap it up here. We have managed to get significantly further than I predicted, and we are halfway up to leveling up to level 5, which is where we're going to get our next bolstered ability. And I do believe we are going to make a level into a certain class that I have in mind, but we'll get into that in due time. Right now, we just need to focus on our killing potential, and, of course, getting our HP up there. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody. And have... excuse me. Have a good day.